I told my foster sister I wanted to meet her boyfriend. When I saw who it was, my stomach dropped. When my foster sister finally got a man, I had to see who it was. Apparently he didn't like pictures, so she told me I had to wait to meet him. When the day finally came, I was so excited. She opened the door with this huge smile on her face and led me inside. When I locked eyes with her boyfriend, I immediately got that feeling when you think you recognize someone but you don't know why or how. I told myself I was imagining things. "Nice to meet you," I exclaimed, trying to hide my confusion. He smiled back. "Nice to meet you too." Even his voice sounded familiar, but then my eyes landed on his hand. There was a scar running across his knuckles, a scar I had seen 1,000 times before. My whole body went cold. I knew that scar. I knew it because I was the one who'd given it to him. My foster sister jumped up, completely oblivious. "I'm so happy y'all are finally meeting," she exclaimed in her southern accent that only came out when she was really excited about something. I forced a smile. Me too. Maybe this wasn't what I thought it was. Maybe I was assuming the worst. I tried to avoid eye contact with the man, but I could feel his eyes burning through me. And when we locked eyes, he smirked, the same way he did when I was a helpless child. That's when I knew for sure. It really was my biological father. The same man who got arrested when I was 9 for doing things to me that I still can't talk about. The same man who told me if I ever opened my mouth about what he did to me, he would find me and make me regret it. I thought I'd lost him, and now here he was, standing in my foster sister's living room, dating her, just to get to me. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. My sister spoke again, clearing her throat like she was picking up on the sudden tension. "Ahem, does anyone want something to drink?" I snapped myself back into reality. I couldn't be left alone with my father. I knew if she left that room, I might not make it out of this apartment. I spoke. "No, I'm okay." My father smirked. "Yeah, I'm okay too. I got everything I need right here." Suddenly, my sister announced that she had to go to the bathroom. Everything in me wanted to latch onto her and beg her to let me go with her, but I couldn't. I was frozen, and the second she was out of sight, everything changed. My father's smile dropped. He leaned toward me, and his voice got low. "I told you I would find you, and look at you now. All grown up. Thought you could disappear forever, huh, Christmas?" That name. He used to call me that because the first time he touched me was on Christmas Day. Hearing it again made me feel like I was 6 years old all over again. Small, trapped, terrified. I couldn't say anything. My throat had closed up completely. He kept going. "You ruined my life. You know that? 7 years. 7 years I spent in a cell because of you." He tilted his head like he was studying me. "I had a lot of time to think about what I'd do when I found you. And trust me, I thought about it every single day." He smiled. "And you're mine again, Christmas." Then I heard footsteps coming back down the hall. It was my sister. Instantly, his posture relaxed. The friendly smile came back. By the time my sister walked in, he looked completely normal again. "So good to finally meet family," he said warmly. I felt like I was going to throw up. My sister sat back down and took out a menu for a Panda Express nearby. "So do you guys want anything? I'm gonna get the orange chicken." I sat there frozen, trying to figure out what to do, when suddenly there was a loud knock at the door. "Knock, knock, knock." "Finally," my sister said before standing up to open the door. Behind it were 2 police officers. "Is Larry here?" they asked. I froze. Larry was my father's name. "He's wanted for violation of parole and breaching a restraining order." My sister pointed straight at my father. "He's right here, officers." As they put the officers in handcuffs and let him out, he turned and looked at me one last time. "I'll be back, Christmas." Then he was gone. I was shaking so hard I could barely stand. I turned to my sister with tears running down my face. "How did you know to call the police?" She looked at me, and her eyes were wet too. "When he first saw you, something felt off. I couldn't figure out what, but then I went to the bathroom and heard him call you Christmas." She took a breath. "You told me that's what your dad used to call you, the one who hurt you." I put it together and called 911 right there. She pulled me into a hug so tight I could barely breathe. "He's never touching you again."